Good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is now 3 p.m. I welcome you all to this meeting of the equity shareholders of JSW Steel Limited, convened as per the direction of the Honorable National Company Law Tribunal Mumbai Bench, that is made wide its order dated 12th January 2023 in Company Scheme Application number 8 of 2023 to seek your approval for the composite scheme of arrangement among Crescent Special Steels Limited and JSW Ispat Special Products Limited and JSW Steel Limited and their respective shareholders and creditors under Section 230 to 232 of the Companies Act 2013, read with the Companies Compromise Arrangements and Amalgamation Rules 2016. I am Seshagiri Rao and I have been empowered by the Honorable Tribunal to preside over the meeting as chairman. Pursuant to the said tribunal order and as directed therein, this meeting is being held through video conferencing without the physical presence of the members at a common venue in compliance with the applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013, the Securities Exchange Board of India, Listing Obligations and Disclosure Requirements and Regulations 2015, and the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs from time to time. Quorum for this meeting, as stipulated by the Honorable Tribunal, is 30 equity shareholders present in person or through authorized representatives. As the requisite quorum is present, I now call the meeting to order. Authorizations from 21 bodies corporate holding 59.57% in your company's paid up equity share capital, aggregating to rupees 143.99 crores, have been received. As physical attendance of members has been dispensed with, the facility for appointment of proxies by the members was not made available for this meeting. My colleagues on the board who are also present in this virtual meeting, joining from Belgium, India, USA, UK, and Germany respectively, are Mr. Jayant Acharya, Deputy Managing Director, Mr. Sethuraman Mahalingam, Dr. Mrs. Punita Kumar Sinha, Ms. Fiona Paulus, and Mr. Marcel Fosford, Independent Directors. The CFO, Company Secretary, Statutory Auditors, Secretarial Auditors, and the scrutinizers are also present here. Now we move to the formal business. The notice convening this meeting dated February 7th, 2023, the extraordinary statement under sections 230 and 232, read with section 102 of the Companies Act 2013 and the rules made thereunder, and a copy of the scheme have already been sent to the members of the company. With your permission, I shall take them as read. The companies involved believe that the proposed amalgamation of Crescent Special Steels Limited and JSW Ispat Special Products Limited with JSW Steel Limited and other arrangements contemplated under the scheme would be to the benefit of the shareholders of each of the companies. The benefits are laid out on page 24 of the notice to this meeting, and it inter alia includes synergies in business, optimization of raw material procurement, utilization of surplus rolling capacity of JSW Steel at its Vijayanagar and Anjar works, reducing the administrative costs of maintaining separate companies while reducing the multiple legal and regulatory compliances, etc. And also enhancing JSW Steel's presence in central India, increased level of automation across all plants of JSW Ispat Special Steels by using the information technology application and systems of JSW Steel. The company has received the no objection for the scheme from BSE Limited and the National Stock Exchange of India Limited on December 14, 2022, and the approval of Competition Commission of India void its order dated 29 September 2022. Voting. I would like to inform the members that the Honorable National Company Law Tribunal has appointed Mr. Shreyas Jain, Practicing Company Secretary, as the scrutinizer to scrutinize the voting process on the resolution proposed in the notice of the meeting in a fair and transparent manner as stipulated under the company's Management and Administration Rules 2014. As the resolution set out in the notice of the meeting has already been put to vote through e-voting, the resolution need not be proposed or seconded by shareholders at the meeting in terms of clause 7.1 of the Secretarial Standards 2 issued by the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. In compliance with the provisions of Section 108 of the Companies Act 2013 and the Company's Management and Administration Rules 2014, as amended, and Regulation 44 of the SEBI LODR Regulations 2015, all shareholders, as on the cutoff date, that is March 10th, 2023, were provided with the facility to cast their vote electronically through the e-voting services provided by KFin Technologies Limited on the resolution set forth in the notice of the meeting. The e-voting portal remained open for remote e-voting from 9 a.m. on Tuesday, March 14, 2023 to 5 p.m. on Thursday, March 16, 2023, and has been disabled by KFin Technologies for voting thereafter. Facility for voting through electronic voting system or Insta poll is now open at today's meeting for members who are present in this meeting and who did not cast their votes earlier. The members who have already cast their votes by remote e-voting are requested not to cast their vote again, as their vote will be treated as invalid. This voting will close 15 minutes after the close of all business. The outcome of the meeting will be cumulative count of the valid votes cast electronically and through this ballot. The result of the voting and the report of the scrutinizer will be placed by the company on its website, www.jw.in, and on the website of KFin Technologies within 2 working days of the conclusion of the meeting, and will also be communicated to the stock exchanges on which the securities of the company are listed. Now we move to the queries of shareholders. I now request the shareholders to raise their queries, if any, relating to the item of business laid out in the notice of this meeting. I request the members to be brief in their queries and comments and restrict their time to 3 to 5 minutes and only to matters related to the scheme, as this is a tribunal convened meeting convened for the approval of the scheme. I now request the moderator to get the shareholders to raise their queries in the order of their registration as speaker.
Thank you, sir. We now request our first speaker, Mr. Tamal Kumar Mujumdar. Mr. Tamal Kumar Mujumdar, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, sir. Mr. Tamal Kumar Mujumdar, we request you to unmute your audio and proceed, sir, please. Sir, as there is no response from Mr. Tamal Kumar, I now move on to our next speaker, Ms. Lekha Satisha. Ms. Lekha Satisha, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, ma'am.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. Kindly proceed.
Thank you, sir. Respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow members, good afternoon to all of you. Myself, Lekha Shah from Andheri. I acknowledge the timely receipt of notice, which was sent well in time, our Company Secretary, Mr. Nancy Varghese and Tiwari ji, and also our Company Secretary team, Mr. Tiwari ji, always answered all my calls and have happily cleared all my doubts. Once again, thank you so much, Tiwari ji. Today's meeting, I believe any decision taken by Chairman sir will be good for the shareholders. Sir, I pray to God that he always shower his blessing upon you. Chairman sir, I would like to ask only one question. How would our company, JSW Steel, and its shareholders benefit after the transfer of respective company? So, I strongly and wholeheartedly support the special resolutions for today's meeting, and my best wishes always our company and its prosperity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. We now move on to our next speaker, Ms. Ashalata Maheshwari. Ms. Ashalata Maheshwari, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, ma'am.
श्रीमान चेयरमैन साहब, मेरी आवाज आ रही है जी?
Yes,
मेरी
ma'am.
आवाज आ रही है ना?
आ रही
हाँ
है।
जी।
Yes.
श्रीमान चेयरमैन साहब, मेरे सभी डायरेक्टर भाई, आप सबको मेरा सादर नमस्कार। मेरा नाम आशा लता माहेश्वरी। चेयरमैन साहब, नोटिस मिला, बहुत जल्दी ही गुड़ी पड़वा का त्योहार आ रहा है, तो सबसे पहले मैं आपको शुभकामनाएं गुड़ी पड़वा के त्योहार की देना चाहती हूँ। यही कहूंगी, जो कुछ आप चाहें जिंदगी में वो सब कुछ आपको मिल जाए। कोई गम, कोई मुसीबत आपको कभी ना सताए। खुशियां बहार बनकर आपके गुलशन को महकाए। हर तरफ आपकी शोहरत बढ़ती चली जाए। मेरी बहुत बहुत यही इच्छा है। और चेयरमैन साहब की नोटिस मिला, सबसे पहले तो मैं वर्गीस जी और अमर जी की बहुत तारीफ करूंगी। मैंने जब भी उनको फोन किया, उन्होंने बहुत अच्छी तरह मुझे नोटिस को समझाया उसके बारे में, तो बहुत ही मैं उनको धन्यवाद देती हूँ। उन्होंने बताया कि कैरेंसी इंटरेस्ट स्पेशल लिमिटेड और JSW इस्पात स्पेशल प्रोडक्ट लिमिटेड का JSW LTD का लिमिटेड का JSW स्पेशल लिमिटेड में अमलगमेशन होगा। इससे JSW स्टील को काफी फायदा होगा और खर्च भी कम होगा। बहुत मुझे सुनकर अच्छा लगा। हमने शेयर होल्डर का फायदे के लिए ही आपने सोचा है और हमें बहुत फायदा होगा, और हमें पूरा विश्वास है कि आप कोई गलत काम नहीं करेंगे। और आपका तो चेयरमैन साहब आए नहीं है, पर उनको मेरी जरा रिक्वेस्ट भेजिए कि मैंने उनको बहुत याद भी किया और बोला भी कि उनका नाम तो सज्जन है, तो सज्जन इंसान ने तो कभी कोई गलत काम आज तक किया नहीं। मैं बहुत पुरानी शेयर होल्डर हूँ और मैं देखती आ रही हूँ, उनके हाथ से कभी कोई गलत काम नहीं हुआ। वो सब शेयर होल्डर के हित में ही करेंगे, यही कहूंगी। और मेरा तो ऐसे स्ट्रांगली सपोर्ट है, पर मैं यहाँ भी कहूंगी कि अगर शेयर होल्डर ने ये अपना ये पढ़ा वो नोटिस, तो नोटिस पढ़ने के बाद कोई भी अगेंस्ट नहीं करेगा। चेयरमैन साहब, मैं लास्ट में जरूर आपके लिए और सबके लिए कहूंगी, ऐसी क्या दुआ दूं मैं आपको जो आपके लबों पर हंसी के फूल खिलाता रहे। बस यही दुआ है हमारी खुदा से कि सितारों से भी ज्यादा आपकी तकदीर बनाता रहे। चेयरमैन साहब, इतना सुस्त मत रहिए आप। देखिए, स्माइल नहीं दे रहे, मैं आपका फोटो देख रही हूँ, आप बहुत मुश्किल से स्माइल दिया आपने। खैर, बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत भगवान लंबी आयु दे। और चेयरमैन साहब, लास्ट में मैं जरूर कहूंगी, बस फिर मैं इतना ही कहूंगी, वर्गीस और अमर दोनों ही बहुत अच्छे हैं साहब, बहुत मीठा बोलते हैं, और हमारे लिए तो दोनों ही कंपनी के तो हीरा है ही, पर हमारे शेयर होल्डर के लिए भी दोनों हीरा है, हीरा। भगवान उनको लंबी आयु दे, और मेरी उनको भी बहुत अच्छे भगवान से प्रार्थना है। और लास्ट में चेयरमैन साहब यही कहूंगी, सूरज का रिश्ता सुबह से शाम तक, रात का रिश्ता, रात का चांद रात से सुबह तक, मेरा रिश्ता आपसे बहुत पुराना है और रहेगा मेरी आखिरी सांस तक। बस मीटिंग बुलाते रहिए, जब तक मैं हूँ बस मैं आती ही रहूंगी। बस ये भी है। मैं इसी के साथ बहुत बहुत स्ट्रांगली सपोर्ट देते हुए धन्यवाद देती हूँ।
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We now move on to our next speaker, Mr. Tamal Kumar Mujamdar. Mr. Tamal Kumar Mujamdar, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, sir. Sorry, sir. Mr. Tamal Kumar has not responded. We now move on to our next speaker, Ms. Bharati Saraf. Ms. Bharati Saraf, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera, and proceed, sir. Ma'am?
Yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yes, sir, please.
माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, उपस्थित निर्देशक, मेरे सदस्यगण और मेरे शेयरहोल्डर भाइयों बहनों, मेरा नाम संतोष कुमार सराफ, मैं भारतीय सभा में ज्वाइंट होल्डर कलकत्ता से बोल रहा हूँ। सर्वप्रथम आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। आशा करता हूँ आप जितने भी महानुभाव इस समय उपस्थित हैं अच्छे स्वास्थ्य में और सुरक्षित होंगे। सर, मैं आपके डिसीजन का सपोर्ट करता हूँ। बहुत अच्छा डिसीजन लिया, इससे बिजनेस भी कंसोलिडेटेड होगा और जो कंपनी की कॉस्टिंग है वो भी काफी कम होगी, अच्छा रिजल्ट मिलेगा। सिर्फ मेरे ये चीज पूछनी है राव साहब, ये प्रोसेस कब तक कंप्लीट हो जाएगा? ये जो मर्जर का प्रोसेस है कब तक कंप्लीट हो जाएगा और इसकी कॉस्ट कितनी आएगी मर्जर की, ये बात जरूर बताइएगा राव साहब। और ज्यादा नहीं, देखो ये बीसी मीटिंग काफी अच्छी होती है और ये फ्यूचर में बीसी मीटिंग रखिए जिससे कि हम बाहर वाले जितने भी शेयर होल्डर हैं आपसे अपनी मान की भावना प्रकट कर सकें सर। और मैं आपके सेक्रेटरी और सेक्रेटरी टीम को भी धन्यवाद देता हूँ काफी अच्छी सर्विस के लिए। अजय बाबू और लाइंसी को भी धन्यवाद देता हूँ काफी अच्छी सर्विस प्रोवाइड करने के लिए और बताने के लिए कि आपकी मीटिंग में आपका नंबर इतना है। मैं बहुत बहुत देता हूँ और आशा करता हूँ आने वाला जो साल है काफी अच्छा होगा और हमें अच्छा रिजल्ट मिलेगा सर। ज्यादा समय न लेते हुए आप सभी को धन्यवाद करते हुए नमस्कार करते हुए अपना वक्तव्य समाप्त करता हूँ। आशा करता हूँ नेक्स्ट एजीएम भी इसी तरह बीसी होगी जिससे हम कलकत्ते वाले या बाहर वाले आपसे मुलाकात कर सकें। नमस्कार।
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We now move on to our next speaker, Mr. Aspi Baman Shabasania. Mr. Aspi Baman Shabasania, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera, and proceed, sir. Mr. Aspi Baman Shabasania, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera, and proceed, sir. Mr. Aspi, we are able to see you, sir, but you need to unmute your audio to speak, sir, please.
Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you, sir. Please proceed. Thank you.
Sir, I'm Aspi from Bombay. Sir, I would like to know why no physical AGM has been held. Every meeting should be held physical now. Even the AGM you should hold physical now. Because now there is no restriction of COVID. Nobody should take advantage of the MCA circular allowing both types of meetings. Sir, and coming to your first transfer company number 1, Crescent Spatial Steels. So for the year ending March 22, there's only 90 lakhs income. And in quarter ending March 22, there is no revenue. So why you are paying so many, giving so many shares to shareholders of that company? What is the advantage of having that, merging that company with our company? Because there is a loss of, how much? 88 crores for the year ending March 22 and about 79 crores for year ending March 21. So if you can please explain that. Thank you very much and all the best. And I hope the AGM will be physical.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. We now move on to our next speaker, Ms. Sushma Chanda. Ms. Sushma Chanda, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera, and proceed, ma'am.
Sir, I am audible.
You're audible, sir. Kindly proceed.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I am Ankur Chanda, joint with Sushma Chanda. Sir, I just want to say that corporate governance is too good. तो सर इसलिए क्वेश्चन तो कोई आपके ऊपर है ही नहीं कि कोई विश्वास तो मतलब पूरी तरह से विश्वास है कि आप जो भी डिसीजन लेंगे हमारे शेयर होल्डर के हित में लेंगे, क्योंकि सर हम छोटे इन्वेस्टर हैं, हम चाहते हैं कि हमारी इन्वेस्टमेंट पे रिटर्न अच्छी मिले। फिर भी मैं एक ये आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा सर कि जो भी हमारा ये मर्जर है इसमें रेशो तो मेरे ख्याल से 21 शेयर पे 1 शेयर JSW स्टील का मिल रहा है उनको, तो इसमें JSW स्टील के जो शेयर होल्डर हैं उनको कैसे बेनिफिट और कितना बेनिफिट और क्या या लॉस या बेनिफिट क्या है, ये आप थोड़ा सा बता दीजिएगा, बस इतना ही, धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. We now call upon Mr. Tamal Kumar Majumdar. Mr. Tamal Kumar Majumdar, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera, proceed, sir.
1 minute. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay? Good afternoon, Rao sir,
Good afternoon.
Acharya sir, Punita Kumari Sinha, and other directors of the company. Myself, Tamal Kumar Majumdar, an equity shareholder from Calcutta. My special thanks to the company secretarial department, especially Amar Tiwari, for keeping in touch. I have gone through the entire scheme of 276 pages, taken a printout of it, have some queries relating to the scheme of arrangement, and seek, as usual, seek your indulgence, sir. Will not take too much time, I am assuring you. Sir, why the valuation report dated 27 May 2022 submitted by both KPMG and PwC? PwC remained mum about the scheme of arrangement between JSW Ispat Special Steels Limited and its subsidiary Mivan Steels Limited, whose NCLT convened meeting held during February 2023. They have not uttered a single word about that. What is the reason? For the 9 months ended 31st December 2022, JSW Ispat Special Products booked a loss after tax of 398.34 crores, whereas JSW Steel booked a profit after tax of 398 crores for the said period on consolidated basis. Why all the three companies considered accounts up to 31st March 2022 for valuation purpose? Why don't they consider current year's financials, at least up to 6 months, for the scheme of arrangement? Please share your thoughts in this regard, sir. JSW Steel will be able to increase its authorized share capital by 1,000 crores of its equity capital and 554 crores of 550 crores of its preference share capital due to merger of JSW Special Ispat Special Products Limited, and 15 crore of its equity and 5,400 crore of its preference share capital due to merger of Crexient Special Steels Limited without paying any charges, which will be beneficial for the JSW Steel in the long run. Sir, it is unique to note that Mivan, a company with a paid-up capital of equity capital of less than 1 lakh, will issue convertible debentures of 10 each, totaling 443.10 crores after the transfer of sponge iron plant, ferroalloy plant, and steel manufacturing plant from JSW Ispat Special Products Limited to Mivan Steels Limited. Would you please share your thoughts in this regard? And whether the merger's impact, is being considered in the valuation report of PwC Business Consulting Services Limited in their report dated 27th May 2022. It is mentioned in the scheme that shares of two companies held by JSW Steel will be cancelled. But it is noted from page 6 of the Crexient Special Steel Limited Secretary's letter dated 27 May 2022 to the BSE Limited that equity shareholding of JSW Steel will increase from 108 crore 80 lakh 57,750 equity shares as on 27 May 2022 to 108 crores 80 lakh 67,550 equity shares post completion of the scheme. What is the reason for increase of equity share capital by 9,800 shares when there will be no issue of shares to the promoter group? Sir, both the valuers calculated the exchange ratio, which is nearly the same. Current market, they consider current market price of 672.5 for JSW Steel and 36.2 for JSW Ispat. Current market price of both the shares decreased to some extent. Yesterday, JSW Steel closed at 662.65, whereas JSW Ispat closed at 30.03 at the BSE. Do you expect surge in the our Q4 results, which will increase the market price of our stock during the coming months? Seek your view in this regard. As regards Crexient Steel Products Steels Limited is concerned, why income approach is only being applied and not and only the basis as regards Crexian Special Steels Limited is concerned, why income approach is not being applied and only on the basis of asset approach, exchange ratio is being fixed. Sir, it is mentioned that due to merger of Crexian, our company's presence in the central India will increase, as currently we don't have any manufacturing facility in the central India. What will be its financial impact on the profitability in the coming months? As regards paid up convertible preference shares of the company is concerned, JSW Steel is holding around 600 convertible shares. Whether it will be cancelled or shares will be issued against it also. Sir, as per Annexure 19, there are many cases which includes FEMA violation, money laundering, CBI investigation, and other cases with monetary implications. As per the Supreme Court decision in the Odisha mining case, there will be no impact on our accounts in case of FEMA CBI investigations, as it was before our takeover. Do you expect any negative development in respect of other cases in the coming years? Please share your thoughts in this regard. And sir, it is also noted that Morgan Stanley, with its two investment arms, acquired 2,43,93,423 shares of the company of the JSW Steels only on 4/3/2023, when the merger is being allowed. Within 10 days, the meeting will be held. They invested, which comes to 5.2% of the paid up equity capital of the company. What is the rationale in this purchase? And whether they will remain with the group after completion of the merger? Is there any indicator? We want to know your view in this regard. And sir, it is noted that total new issue of capital will be 2,82,33,525 equity shares by our company relating to the scheme of arrangement. Out of it, how many equity shares to be issued separately for JSW Special Steels Limited shareholders and Crexian shareholders? Another 2 points only, sir. When do we expect completion of all formalities relating to the scheme, and what will be the projected cost? And sir, whether Ion Investments Private 2 Limited, Boris's promoter of the Crexian, will be considered as promoter of the merged entity along with the existing promoter after the merger. It is to be noted that during May 2021, Ion sold its holding in JSW Ispat Steel Limited under offer for sale. When they will, would you share your thoughts in this regard? And sir, promoter holding of the after the scheme of arrangement will decrease to 44.49% from 45.01% as on 27/5/2022. And public shareholding will increase from 54.68% to 55.20% after completion of the scheme. Whether the promoter group will increase its holding in the company in the coming months. And lastly, taking into account all other aspects, the exchange ratio looks in the right direction. So I support the scheme of arrangement. Thank you all for patient hearing.
Thank you, sir. We now move on to our next speaker, Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta. Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir. Kindly proceed. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Rao, chairman of the meeting and the board of directors. We are missing today our chairman, Mr. Jindal. And I am a great admirer of Jindal family because I belong to Haryana and my native place falls in is Lok Sabha seat Hisar. And sir, I can support this resolution strongly because I have full faith on Mr. Jindal family and especially Mr. Sajan Jindal. But sir, ultimately we are the loser, and we have seen 9 years back. I belongs to Calcutta, but I joined this meeting from Chhattisgarh. Today I am in Chhattisgarh. But thanks to digitalization and our beloved Prime Minister, that his motivation is success, that focus on digitalization, that people can join the meeting from any part of the country, so that we are listening you and you are listening us. But sir, 12 years back, you have bought a company of Calcutta Ispat, and then after 4 years you have merged. सो इट्स योर सर, ये आपका वो हो गया सिस्टम कि 4 वर्ष कंपनी चलाओ विदाउट फेसिंग द शेयर होल्डर, मर्ज द कंपनी विद प्रिंसिपल. So sir, why are you in hurry to merge this company? Because we have burnt our fingers and we have faced a huge loss in the monet, because first we have acquired the monet, then we have reduced the equity 67%. Now you are merging the company, again we reduce our holding. So sir, think about that. You should turn down the company and pay one dividend to the shareholder, then think about to the merge. I am not opposing the merger of this company, because I've already told you that I have full faith on the Jindal family, and I'm a great admirer of his late father Om Prakash Jindal. He was an icon of the steel industry, and I have a great respect to that family. Today we are missing all of them in the meeting, but think about that, how you can return to the all investors of the JSW Ispat after bring under your umbrella. And and focus on your core business, sir. Because if you don't mind, I can tell you one thing, that there is a separate views in the market about the JSW group. And I thanks to Mr. Amar Tiwari that he take care of the investors, and he called me today morning that Mr. Gupta, we have got your request and we have registered your name as a speaker. So I thanks to that you keep that such type of efficient pupils to serve the pupils. But think about and focus on your core business. Steel is your core business, because you have taken a decision in May to merge this company 2022. But sir, I totally agree with Mr. Tamal Majumdar. There is several cases are running in that. So how you will face and what will be the result of that cases in future? So focus on that. And what is your plan to give a return to the shareholders of JSW Spark, sir? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We now move on to our next speaker, Ms. Celestine Elizabeth Mascarenas. Ms. Celestine Elizabeth Mascarenas, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed now.
Hello, Emma.
You're audible. Kindly proceed.
Respected Chairman Rao and other members on the board, my fellow shareholders at this virtual meet, C Mascarenas attending from Mumbai. I'm a very sure shareholder, maybe 40 years old, and I have full faith in this Jindal, Sajan, and you also, because you have all created such a way this class company it is. I see so many people on the very good. Now I come to this. I thank the company secretary, Mr. Varghese, and his team, Mr. Tiwari, for sending me an annual report and also registering me as a speaker with the help of K Fintech. My thanks to K Fintech also, and giving me this platform. I have that video. I am scared if I to video my audio, so I have not pressed that. But anyway, I am audible. Now, this being a court convened special for merging the two companies in our company, which were already with us. It's a good thing. It is economies of scale, and a lot of synergies are there, which is already enumerated in the notice. But I would like to know specifically what will be the total stamp duty and legal fees and other things on the valuation report. My earlier speaker Majumdar spoke at length. How much fees are paid to these two people who have given the valuation, and when this total merger of the two companies will take place in how many months, and when that merged entities will be listing in the market, on the stock exchanges. That's one question. And what you plan later, future, because now we are still more strong. So what we are, means you being the key man. So what is the future now roadmap? This much or any more acquisitions are there? anything in the piping. With this, I only want to tell you, sir, I have my shares because I was so much love with this JSW, Jindal Steel, Iron and Steel. I have in physical shares and I'm very difficult to demat. Sir, you must help me in doing or speak to the various authorities because you all are well known in these authorities. So there is so much of error and all, which we never realized that time because 30 years back, this was all not only, and now we are facing a lot of brunt and we are now aging. We 30 years back was what and today is what, we many a times we can't go out of the house also. I am happy it is, we are having this online thanks to Mr. Modi. So I am happy you help us in getting now because now we can't just have love for the share because otherwise the line of money laundering is coming. I don't know why. So please give us something sympathetic, especially those who are 70 plus. We are having the most brunt. Sir, I will definitely request you. I wish my company all the best and the entire team. Mr. Mass also he also wants to say a few words and thank you.
Can I proceed, sir? Respected Chairman, sir, very distinguished members of the board and my fellow shareholders. Good evening to you all. My name is Ascarinus. I'm a shareholder since inception of this company and faithfully, truly I attend all and EGMs. My only question is, as a shareholder, 75 years, I am finding difficulty in dematting my shares because invariably 40 years down the line, signatures differs. Not only that, alphabetical, like Elisha's P. Mascarenhas, the P is made into R. Instead of Peter, P, they made it R. Alphabetical error, even spying, giving bank endorsement and all, still it is coming back. In this regard, I would like your help. And furthermore, most of the questions have been asked by my fellow shareholders, and so I wishing you personally, all the board members, and more importantly, all the employees, all the very best in the days and years. With this, sir, thank you very much for patient hearing.
Thank you, sir. We now move on to our next speaker, Mr. Anil Babubai Mehta. Mr. Anil Babubai Mehta, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, sir. Mr. Anil has not joined the meeting. We now move on to our next speaker, Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal. Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal, we request you to unmute your audio.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir. Kindly proceed.
Good afternoon to everyone. First of all, thank the company secretary and his team, and also the management. As Mrs. Mascarenhas has spoke regarding dematting of shares, we are having lots of problems. It's like they're money laundering. They're saying, how can they say that money laundering is hard money or things? Like who has done all that things? They are not telling about money laundering. And they are just scot-free. They are getting scot-free. And what is this like money laundering? Who has done this? We have not dematted, and how many times the shares come back for demat once we give? This is like, how can they say why is money laundering? Just look into this matter, and as I have supported all the resolution and see why like we have to give in ISR 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many forms we have to fill? I don't know. This is becoming a hell of a this thing. They should give KYC and ISR 2 form. It costs money for us, for all the shareholders, not me. Every time you go to the bank, there you waste our time. Yeah, once KYC is done, they should know that KYC number is given and they can see that KYC that everything is done. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We now move on to our next speaker, Mr. Yusuf Yunus Rangwala. Mr. Yusuf Yunus Rangwala, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, sir. Mr. Yusuf Yunus Rangwala, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera. and proceed, sir.
गुड आफ्टरनून सर, आपको मेरा आवाज आ रहा है? गुड
Yes,
आफ्टरनून सर, मैं मुंबई से यूसुफ रंगवाला बात कर रहा था। नमस्ते सर, आपको मेरा आवाज आ रहा है?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
नमस्ते सर, फर्स्ट आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू अवर कंपनी सेक्रेटरी, वेरी हार्ड वर्किंग, और उनकी तरफ से फोन भी आया था आमिर सर से। आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू अवर एक्सीलेंट कंपनी सेक्रेटरी। और सर, आई एम ऑल्सो जॉइनिंग द प्रीवियस स्पीकर, वी आर मिसिंग अवर जिंदाल सर, इज अ वन ऑफ द डायनेमिक पर्सनालिटी सर। गिव माय रिगार्ड and give my happy for all the festivals, sir, which is a near all coming festival on my side. And sir, I welcome you, sir, as a chairman for this meeting, sir. And we are merging with two companies. Sir, I will come directly on point. Sir, after these two companies, what will be the staff coming in our company, sir? What is the total number of staff will be merging with our company, sir? And nothing more to add. And what will be the cost of these two companies which are merging, sir? These are the two questions, and nothing more to add. If possible, next year in annual meetings, sir, please keep the physical, sir. Many years past, now everything is open, sir. I joined the SP saying that now everything is normal, sir. Now Corona is gone, sir. My humble request to keep you annual next year is a physical meet, sir. This is my humble request, sir. And nothing more to add. I wish our company a very happy Gudi Padwa, which is nearby, and all the festival from my side. I am speaking from Mumbai, and I am also thankful to our Karbi people for giving me a link. Thank you very much, sir. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra, Vande Mataram. Nothing more to it. I end my speech here only, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We now move on to our next speaker, Ms. Swaran Lata. Ms. Swaran Lata, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, ma'am. Ms. Swaran Lata, we request you to proceed, please. No response received. We now move on to our next speaker, Mr. Ronald Francis Fernandez. Mr. Ronald Francis Fernandez, we request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and proceed, please. Mr. Ronald has not joined the meeting, sir. We once again request Ms. Swaran Lata to proceed with your query. Ms. Swaran Lata, please kindly, if you can speak. Sorry, sir, no response. So with this, we have given a chance for every speaker who have registered and are present at the time of their name, sir. Thank you. We hand it back to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all the shareholders. The questions which are raised, many of the points are covered in the explanatory statement to the notice. I will try to summarize whatever questions that have been asked by shareholders. The total cost of the merger scheme, questions were asked, it is approximately 72 crores of rupees, which consists of 65 crores towards stamp duty, balance 6 to 7 crores towards other expenses, including the fees paid to valuers. Then the benefit of the scheme and the rationale of the scheme has also been explained. I think there is a huge amount of benefits that would come because of the scheme. The synergy benefits are estimated to be over 150 crores of rupees. There are operational benefits. There is pooling of financial, managerial, technical, distribution, marketing, administration, and rationalization of procurement and logistics cost, due to which there is large benefits that will come to the merged entity. In addition to that, JSW Steel has surplus rolling capacity at Anjar Plate Mill and also at Vijayanagar rolling mills. Whereas JSW Ispat Steel, they have the facility to produce slabs and billets, so they can be rolled in the merged company. So both the companies will be able to gain because of surplus rolling capacity can be used with the semi-processed products that are produced in JSW Ispat. Similarly, the iron ore mines which JSW Steel has, the captive mines which are there for steel, which are nearer to the JSW Ispat plant, that can be supplied from the captive mines, so benefits will come. Similarly, JSW Ispat doesn't have coke facility, so JSW Steel has surplus coke capacity. So that can be supplied to them. Administration cost can be reduced to a large extent with the pooling of resources. That way, there are a lot of synergy benefits which are quantified around 150 crores of rupees. So both the companies will stand to gain, and the shareholders and all the stakeholders, this merger will benefit. The Mivan Steel valuation is also being considered by the valuers. So Mivan Steel, as you know, is a commodity-based steel, small capacity. That is why that facility has been done by way of a slump sale under a separate scheme into Mivan Steel. So whatever valuation of Mivan Steel is reflected in the overall valuation done by the valuers while fixing the swap ratio. Then the equity shares which have been issued to promoter companies separately, that is held by one of the promoter companies. So they got those shares. They are not cancelled. They are not held by JSW Steel or Crexin. Out of 2.82 crores worth of shares getting issued after cancellation of the common shareholding, out of that 1.77 crore shares are being issued to the Ion Capital through Crexin and also Atsal. They are the two companies which they are controlling. Balance shares are issued to general public. After the merger, Ion Capital will not be considered as a promoter. They will be coming under public. The offer for sale, which has been done by Ion Capital last year, it is independent decision. I don't think we'll be able to comment on that. The merger timelines are concerned, as you know, the approval of NCLT is required. Generally, it is taking longer time for merger schemes in the courts. So it is very difficult to guess. But in our expectation, I think next financial year, sometime we should get completed. The number of employees which are coming into merged company is approximately 2,076 people. The Crexin Steel, as far as the valuation is concerned, it is a holding cum trading company. The underlying major asset is the JSW Ispat shares. So the asset-based approach and some of the parts approach they have taken into account. So the value of the shares which they are holding, it is replaced by fair value. So accordingly, the valuation has been calculated for CSS, the Crexin Steel. So they have followed, in my view, in our view, is as per the standard valuation methodologies, which has been explained in the explanatory statement and the annexures that have been given. So with that, we have covered almost all the queries that have been raised. So the vote of thanks. This concludes the business of the meeting. I thank all the shareholders for taking time to attend this meeting. I declare the meeting as closed, subject to voting on all the businesses by way of Insta poll and the declaration of consolidated results of e-voting and voting by way of Insta poll. So thank you. Thank you very much for all the shareholders for being present. Thank you.